Welcome back here at Cardines Field. Our pregame show continues. Nick Lehman now joined by the manager of the Newport Gulls, Mike Coombs. Skip, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Nick?
Pretty well, Skip. Because of the rain out on the 4th of July, the Newport Gulls ended up having a lengthy road trip over the course of the holiday weekend. Newport had one of the longest game in franchise history. We'll start there on Thursday night against the Plymouth Pilgrims.
Yeah, it was 17 innings. I only saw 14 of them, though. So, anyways, hopefully that won't ever happen again. But that's baseball, and sometimes you try to push one across. We tried to do that. A pinch runner here, try to get ready to steal a base, and you got too many strikes, and you strike out or whatever. It's just one of those we try to manufacture, and then finally Blaze just came up and took it in his own hands and hit a solo home run to win it. So that's a good deal.
Of course, Salta had already hit the home run in the 7th inning. That shot in the 14th was arguably a fair ball for most of the people in the ballpark. Of course, it was the 14th inning. It was a long game. Emotions running high. Salter was certainly not happy. You came out there to protect your players.
Yeah, because if I take care of that, then he doesn't go. If he goes, I can't hit a home run. So, there was a lot of mouthing going on, and I had to get it stopped. And then the umpire didn't. All right, man, he went off the deep end on me. So
yeah, emotions running high, I guess, on all sides. But hey, it was Salter who had the emotional high for the team in the 17th inning, another home run. But you always got to give a lot of credit to Newport Gulls pitching. Just 2 runs allowed in the 7th inning, and other than that, 16 shutout innings for Gulls pitchers ranging from Tripp to Huberman to Rogel to Patterson.
That was awesome to see those guys run out there and do that, because Plymouth has a pretty good hitting team. They can swing the bat a bit. So for our guys to go out and do that, that was excellent.
After a 4-hour, 44-minute contest, the Gulls were rained out on Friday. They came back here. They went back on the road to New Bedford on Saturday. You weren't at that game. Of course, had to serve a 1-game suspension for being ejected. But your coaching staff and Coach de Trinidad, Coach Long, Coach Laureat faced off against the Bay Sox, and the Gulls fell 5-1.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm hearing our energy level wasn't where it needed to be, but that's baseball, and when you play it day in and day out, sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. You hope it's there more than it's not. Apparently they threw a lefty that kept us off balance, that we had the bases jammed up a couple times and didn't score, and got beat 5-1 against New Bedford, who they can play with anybody anytime if they get it all going. They get the hitting, the fielding, and the pitching. They'll be right there. So you can't let their record. And I told the boys that there's no funeral homes, no Humpties in this league. They all come to play. So it is what it is. So.
The Laconia Muskrats are one of those teams that have had their struggles at times this year, but they battled the Newport Gulls from an early deficit. Edmund had a leadoff home run when they jumped right on the scoreboard, and it was tough to catch up after that.
You just, you think you're going to pick it up, you're going to jump back in it, but it didn't happen. You look at that, and it's not a whole lot you can do. We didn't square up enough baseballs. We only had 6 hits. I think the night before we only had 4 hits. And when you're used to more than that, then sometimes you hit a little lull in the season. If this is the end of the season, it would definitely be the end of the season. But you hit spots like that every once in a while, but you hopefully work through it and get out of it.
Of course, the last time the Gulls were here at home was last Wednesday, and Newport did take the victory in that game.
Yeah, who was that? I don't even remember.
It's the Blue Sox.
Oh, yeah, the Valley Hollyoaks.
The Valley Blue Sox of Holyoke.
Yeah, the Valley Blue Sox of Holyoke. They threw a big right-hander. That was pretty good. A little mouthy, but pretty good. Yeah, he got us all fired up, didn't he?
Yeah, there was another one of those interesting games where you saw emotions running high, tensions running high at one point there in the 3rd and 4th inning, but the other Gulls were the ones that kept cool and took away the victory.
Yeah, we came away with that one. That was nice to do that because that club down there, every time we go down there, they want to throw their best pitcher. In fact, I think that kid threw down there at us. And he threw again up here because he threw a good game down there. So their coaching staff ran him out there against us again. And he's a good pitcher. Not a bad, he can run it up there.
Did see an odd play that sort of generated some of those tensions in the game. It was perhaps a double play ball. Blaze Salter was running the second. He was in the baseline, and the throw from second to first hit him in the helmet, flew about 50 feet up in the air. I almost never seen that before, but it does happen every now and then where a fielder trying to throw the ball might hit a base runner.
That play should have been called a double play, and I would not have gone out there and argued. Because anytime you're there, you got to peel off, you got to get down. That's why they teach a guy to throw down under when he's turning that double play to get that guy down. If it hits his hands and going in or hits his helmet, that should be banged at both ends, and they didn't do that. If that would have been me, I would have played that game under protest. But apparently they didn't, but I would have. That one there, that's why they tell the veer off. Get out of the way. You can't interfere with that throw. Whether it's intentional or not intentional, you can't interfere with that throw. I think we got a major break there.
So the Newport Gulls then had a big break from Mark McCoy, who was solid out of the bullpen in that one as the lefty came in. There were a few hit batters on both sides, but no ejections. Warnings were issued, though, at one point.
Yeah, wasn't that silly? I was like, and then 3 more guys got hit and nobody went. I was like, what the heck is this? You're issuing a warning, and then a guy gets hit. Oh, your guy leaned into the pitch. I say, well, he's on first base, right? Yeah. Well, I could bring him back, and I'm going, huh? I wanted to issue him a warning. What are we doing? I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was, okay, because if he issues a warning, we haven't done anything, and we hit somebody, my pitcher goes and I go. But nobody went. So I was like, why did you do that?
But either way, it was a win for the Newport Gulls. Of course, the prior home game to that was that walk-off win against this Mystic Schooners team. Always a good club. Newport at 3-1 against them. This is a big divisional game. The Schooners coming in here just a couple more losses than the Newport Gulls, a couple fewer wins. But it's a really tough Southern Division right now with the top 4 teams, Newport, Plymouth, Mystic, Ocean State, not in that order, but these 4 teams will be battling out for perhaps all 4 playoff spots as we head into the stretch run.
Oh yeah, I mean Mystic, they got a good club, and they're gonna battle us every inning. So they're good. So we can't take them light. We got to get out there and we got to get after them.
Skip, it's that time of year where sometimes we see players get banged up a little bit. Any injuries to report right now?
Well, Donlin woke up with a fever this morning, so he didn't come to camp. Kobe Wright's got some issue with his shoulder, and Jose came to me and he's got a little something on his, I think his throwing hand is, one of his fingers is jammed up a little bit. We'll give those 3 guys a night off.
Meanwhile, finally, Skip, tonight we'll see the final debut for a Newport Gulls roster player this season as John Kilichowski, the lefty, national champion out of Vanderbilt, will have the start.
Yeah, that was so special. I just got to meet the kid today, congratulated him. Great season. He's going to have such a great career. He's a quality kid. I saw him pitch on TV, and he looked pretty good there, so we'll see what he can do tonight. He's getting the ball, roll in. Didn't have to come to camp, slept all day, ready to go.
Newport Gulls manager Mike Coombs go tonight against the Schooners. Thanks for joining us as always.
And Newport Gulls Nick Lima, alias Lima time, with the Newport Gulls. Stay classy, Newport.
Our pregame show continues next on the NACBO Broadcast Network. Newport Gulls baseball is next.